Hey guys, it's another exciting episode of Haz and Hadi, and today we have a very special guest, Jarrod Rudolph. This is where Jarrod Rudolph gets to tell his story. So welcome,
yes, sir.
Gerard.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Glad to have me. Glad to have me. Glad to have me. Thank you. Thank you.
Before we
It's a
start,
blessing. It's a blessing.
I've known this guy for 2 decades. Yeah, man. Back.
It's you talking. I want to say maybe
5.
05, 04.
All right, 20 years.
So it's definitely a lot of history in the building.
That's
right
a
now.
real relationship.
Definitely a day
Yeah.
one. Definitely a day one.
Yeah. We done seen each other grow and seen
Right.
each other go to different heights, triumphs, losses, wins. So this is going to be an interesting conversation to unpack it all.
So I got a couple of things about you, Gerard. You're an entrepreneur, father of 4. You're into music. You started music even after 30. I just want to begin with entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So what made you decide to take on this journey of entrepreneurship? Because we're all entrepreneurs here, and it's not easy.
Right.
But like, what was the spark? What was the driving force that made you like, you know what, I'm done doing 9 to 5?
Right. I think for me, it was more so just investing in myself, taking the risk. Life is riskful within itself, so I just wanted to do something that's beyond myself. And I think that entrepreneurship, at the age that I am, is more so of just me investing in myself. You can't be a boss until you invest in your own money. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
And
Was there like a single like time though, like something that you're like, all right, I'm done doing the grind and I'm gonna just start working for myself? Was there something like you could think back to?
I think it was like when I was at Walmart.
All right, that's good. I love that. I love it.
This guy was like, I ain't going front. This guy, when he worked at Walmart, he made you want to go to work at Walmart. He used to take videos in the room and do raps and all that.
Right. Yeah, like I'm a very personable person. I love people, and everybody who I'm around is gonna feel that energy. We all energy based, and people. So
absolutely,
anywhere that I work at, I've always made it. A friendly environment. And, so when I was at Walmart, it was just one of those things where I'm just talking to people and I was like, yo, I think it would be, such an amazing idea if I just create my own drink. You understand what I'm saying? And but do it in a way where it's fun. Because obviously when you think of liquor, you think of craziness, right? You think of like, chaos and chaotic.
Yeah.
And obviously the real meaning of it is, spirits and things of that nature. But I just wanted to do it in a more friendly, personable way, where you have fun,
right.
like more recreational. So when I decided to create Rituals, so it was more so of me just going on the beach, having fun with people, and just having a good time, enjoying the life that you have, because we all on borrowed time. So just enjoy your life to the fullest.
Okay. And when you started doing this Rituals, some pearls and pitfalls, like what happened?
A lot of losses. There's some days where, you make some money and some days that you don't. And then, I started it during the pandemic. So a lot of people was a little hesitant on even buying my product. So I guess that's where the personality comes in at. Because, people need to understand it's when you create something, it's beyond you. It's the brand. You understand what I'm saying? So people were starting to buy into the brand. So I start posting, start talking to people, start networking. So they're like, oh, what is Rituals? What is that?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it just makes people want to buy into what you're doing.
And what do you offer like on Rituals? What is it? Different kinds of drinks?
Yeah. Okay. So I offer I do margaritas, the mango margaritas, passion fruit margaritas. I do the watermelon margaritas. Every now and then I may do the pina coladas, the Henny coladas. These are some of the flavors that really a lot of people like, you know. So I try to do the flavors that people want.
How important during COVID was it? I know a lot of people started their entrepreneurial journey during COVID. Let's go back to that time in 2020. How scared were you? Because I remember you had a partner.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
You fell out, you know what I'm saying? What happened with that?
Well, we kind of rekindle our differences.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Timmy. Shout out to my partner in crime, Timmy. But at the time, I think it was just different creative differences. You know, I guess that's how I would put it. You know, he was kind of going into a direction. I wanted to be more mainstream because at the time I had like the Stewie logos, and that's kind of like how I started it. And, you know, for copyright purposes, I wanted to kind of create my own thing. I felt like I didn't want it to be an image of an image, so to speak. You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to individualize myself. So when you see the Lit Juice logo, you think of me.
So people don't understand that's not an entrepreneur. And we talked about ups and downs, wins and losses. People think that when you are entrepreneur, like money is just coming. Right? So talk about the first 6 months. How was your money looking?
First 6 months was me buying supplies. The bottles, the tops, the manufacture of it's a whole bunch of money. I didn't really start seeing the money to maybe like 3 or 4 months after that, because you have to buy everything.
Right. So you're in debt.
And basically. And you always have to, what I'm learning now as time progressed, I'm learning now that you have to always reinvest in yourself. That's the key to entrepreneurship. Always reinvesting in yourself. When you're making a couple of dollars, whatever have you, always take a great portion, not a small portion, a great portion of that money and reinvest in yourself, because hard times is going to show.
That's true.
So you have to kind of stay afloat. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So that first 6 months was just me just buying supplies, me buying like I still have supplies now that I've bought 2 years ago. That's how much I've reinvested in myself.
Yeah, when you say reinvest in yourself, I get it. You're buying more equipment, more supplies.
Right.
You know, maybe you want to do something a little different, try something new.
Right.
Tell me a little bit more about that. Like in your situation, when you reinvested in yourself, what else did you do? What did you exactly reinvest in?
Well, basically rebranding. Basically, so like I basically transitioned from like the Stewie logos into like the actual Lit Juice logo, and then like what I've decided to do is kind of like what I'm trying to do now is more like go into the marketing side of it all, because everything is marketing. Yeah, people want what they see.
Right.
So it's pretty much just kind of reinvesting in that aspect of it all.
Good. Very good.
That's cool. How has going into entrepreneur, you know, your father? And before we go into fatherhood and those things, did your kids look up to you like, man, my pops is doing his own thing?
Yeah, of course.
You know, did it change their perspective on how to get money?
Yeah, because even now, like, even not just with the drinks, it's just selling anything for that matter. Just it's all about them having the vision. You understand what I'm saying? Because like a good friend of mine was telling me the other day, he was like, Gerard, you know, what you did, a lot of people are afraid to do.
Well, of course.
I was told this yesterday, literally. This is fresh information. And I would sit there, I was flabbergasted. I was like, wow, I never thought of it like that. He was like, yo, Gerard, you've done something that a lot of people are afraid to do. So I think it's more so of just giving them to spark the mind.
Well, I mean, Gerard, let's take a look at you, right? You're a father of 4.
Yeah.
That means you got 4 dependents right there.
Yes.
Wife is another one.
Yes.
5, right?
Right.
And you were getting a steady income at Walmart or wherever it was.
Yeah.
Okay, now to kick that, and start, with 0, really.
Literally.
I mean, that's tough.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Did you have, did you have the support that you thought you was going to have when you made that transition from your job to?
That's a good question.
Let's talk about that. Did you have the people be like, all right, we got you, or was it like crickets? You like, damn, where they at?
I mean, that's tough. It's crazy. I'm reflecting back to that very moment.
We've all been there. You could tell us. It's unplugged.
No,
say whatever you want.
Be real.
It's so real that I have to reflect back to that very moment.
Right.
That's how surreal it is to me, because when you're starting anything else, it's just like kind of like the when you have a job, everybody celebrates you, but when you have your own business, people just be like, eh.
Yeah.
I guess it's like the fear factor of it all. People, again, going back to what I said earlier, people are really afraid to be themselves.
Right.
And I think honestly, that's what entrepreneurship is. It's just being yourself. So for me, it was more so like I really didn't care about the support, because I knew that would happen naturally once I started to believe in myself more.
Right.
People believe in what you believe in.
Right.
So the more you believe in yourself, the more that they will believe in you.
So if you could give, let's say, a young new entrepreneur who wants to start out, what advice would you give him or her?
Be yourself.
Yourself.
Be yourself. Because oftentimes, society, right? Instagram and other social platforms, you're seeing other people's lives, right? So that's where the imitation factor comes in that. Because now he was like, well, I want to be like Sexy Red. I want to be like Drake. No, be like yourself. Because what happens is that you lose yourself in that process.
Right.
So for me, when I started Lit Juice, it was more like, I'm going to be myself.
Don't copy a trend.
Right.
Go. Be the trend.
Be the trend.
That's right. That's right. So I'm just happy. I'm smiling because my brother, he's doing great things.
That's wonderful.
You married? No?
Yes.
What? Why did you hesitate on that?
No hesitation. No hesitation.
That was took a little.
No hesitation. Married. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
What made you in 2024 get married? She looking at you. She got the gun ready.
I don't even have to look at her.
Just so everyone knows, his wife is in the studio.
His wife is in the studio. So his response is gonna be very
important. And I was like, what? I was like, why is he hesitating?
Nah, there's no hesitation.
I had to throw him a curveball.
There's no hesitation.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
For me, getting married is going back to what we said earlier, the support. Having a wife is, and she can vouch for me. There are times when I don't know who I am.
That's important.
Okay.
And I even had this feeling recently, where I wake up and I go, whoa, what is this feeling? And as my wife, her job is to realign me and keep me where I need to be. And also realign me to put me on a path of nothing but like success, undeniable success. So that is the greatest reason, and I'm happy that I've gotten married to the woman that I've got married to, because it keeps me alive. And once you don't feel like you're alive, that's when things start to go left.
I love that.
That was pretty deep.
That's deep.
That was pretty
you making us look bad.
That's pretty deep.
Listen, I'm a young man, but I do have some experiences.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
Oh, yeah, he's young.
He right behind us. He right behind us. He right there.
Yeah, it's different. Once you cross 40, Hassan, come on. It's a different. At 35, I still felt like 25.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it's all about mentality, though.
Yeah.
You could be. There's folks younger than us getting married, right? 22, 23. It's all about the mentality, and also finding that right one who has the same mentality as you, because it's just not going to work if y'all on two different.
What's cool with me, what I like is that as a young black man, we don't see these images a lot of people getting married. You see the baby mamas, you see the relationships,
families,
and that's why I went to that when you said when you introduced us. This is my wife.
Yeah.
You don't really see that a lot in our community. So I applaud you, brother, for doing that. And I know, I've known you for years, and I like to see that. I see my brothers elevating and building their family.
Look, one of the and this has been proven. One of the things that destroyed the black community in America in the 60s and 70s was getting rid of that
the man in the household.
Father, mother, child. Grandmother, grandfather, the extended family. These things actually contributed a lot to a successful generation.
Yeah.
Because once you split that, you take the father out of the house.
Yeah.
You have daughters, you have sons, you have no positive male role model, especially in the 70s for a black man, a black woman. There wasn't that many positive role models, right?
Right.
So now you're taking their father out who loves them, unconditionally, or the mother is separated or whatever it is. Those kids have already a handicap in a sense. You're not on the same,
a big disadvantage.
Huge disadvantage. But I think, look, with time, people realize, how important that is, and I think that's going to change.
And I think that's another reason.
Changing.
Right. I think that's another reason why I wanted to, be married too, because it's like it contributes to like what you said, like the familyhood of it all, So that's what fatherhood comes into play and things of that nature, because it's needed. And I tell my wife all the time, I say, yo, you need me.
Oh yes.
I don't care how you put it. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Look, no offense to no offense to your independence.
Right.
But you need me. I need you. You need me. We coincide with each other. Okay.
Look. I have 3 children.
Okay.
Right? I have 2 girls and 1 boy. Okay. Even my daughter, who's a teenager now, right? She's gonna be 14 soon. She's 13, 14. she's pubescent, she's growing up, she's becoming a woman, the whole thing. Look, you should see how she interacts with her mother and how she interacts with me. It's two different worlds. And if she sees good, positive men in her life, she sees me, she sees her uncle, she sees her grandfather, she sees all these people. When it comes time to choosing a partner,
Right. I agree
she'll
with
make
that.
the right decision because all she knows is positive, good. This is what a good man is.
She knows what she sees.
Exactly. Now she meets a guy. Oh, he may look good. He got some nice car. He got this, that, whatever. But she sees certain tendencies and qualities in him that don't align with the men she knows.
Right.
She ain't going for that.
And let me add to that.
Yeah.
And I was telling my wife this a lot, and she could vouch for me. Quite certain she could vouch for me with this one. And I told her this, because not saying that she didn't know, but I wanted to make her aware of it. I said, babe, the one thing that you have to understand about choosing the right partner is, or just having the right people around you in general, is character.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are misinformed about that. Like they don't know what that means, And character is something that is with you all the time. A lot of people don't have good character. No matter how you put it, they just don't have it. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So you choosing the right partner is you choosing that partner to have the same characteristics as you.
Right.
Y'all stand for the same thing, but when you have that separation, there's a discord.
Right.
That's beautiful, man. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love to see people come together in the relationships, So how long you been together?
Well, we've been together.
Don't mess it up.
Forever.
Don't mess it up.
Forever. I mean, there was a storyline, behind the scenes are real. Some things had transpired that we had separated for about 6 years. And then, we got, brought us back together and we just, realigning ourselves. But I think I'm kind of happy that situation happened because it taught me a lot about myself.
Right.
I wasn't ready.
Right.
She wasn't ready.
Right.
So now we kind of like reprogramming ourselves because just like anything else, you never stop learning. So I feel like at the age that I'm at now, I'm just learning so much about myself and what and trying to create tools that I can use moving forward.
Right. That's nice.
It's deep.
So I want to ask you, you have 4 kids.
Yes.
How many boys, how many girls?
2 boys, 2 girls.
Ooh, full house.
16, 15, 11, and 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your hands are full.
Yeah. But I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm such a dad.
Yeah.
It's I love being a dad and I never thought I would say that.
Yeah.
I never thought I would say that. And Haz here tell you, like, back in the days, kids wasn't even I feel like the relationship I have now with my kids, it's gotten so much stronger than it have before. Before, I just thought that, being a dad was just picking your kids up and sending the money and things in that nature. It is so much more.
I mean, that's important too. Don't not do that.
Right. But that's not the
that's not the
focal point. That's not the main focal point.
Correct.
There's so much more to fatherhood than just sending money and picking your child up from school or whatever have you. It's so much more. It's like me just being actively involved, and I'm actively involved in all of my children's lives.
Yeah, look, you're also giving them the skills to make it in life. You're teaching them life lessons. You're giving them that knowledge that they're not going to get from books and just watching their phone or TV or whatever it is.
Right.
And that's priceless.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's like you grew up with them, kind of, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you growing up with them. So now your 16-year-old daughter, you had her at a young age. So I know that connection is tight.
Yeah, I mean, well, it wasn't always like that. And I have to be transparent in that. I don't want people to think that the story is I always said the behind the scenes are real. There was a lot of things that happened. Sure. I was kind of like in and out because, like I said, growing up, I really didn't know what fatherhood meant because, there's no manual on how to be how to be a dad. There's no. I mean, and it probably is, but it ain't gonna resonate.
Well, there are guidelines,
right,
day to day, I got
so
you.
You actually going through the experiences of it all teaches you way more than any textbook can teach you.
Correct.
So going back to what I was saying, it was more so just the experiences I had with especially with my oldest, and watching her grow now, and watching how she's grown, she's growing. And I tell my daughter all the time, I said, I want to be there for you every step of the way, because it's crucial. These times right now, you need me more than you have ever needed me.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's deep. It's really deep.
I got another question.
Yeah.
How do you do they all have the same mom?
No, you know that. I got the same mom.
So how many moms? Yeah, I gotta go there. You know I'm going there. How many moms?
Unplugged.
How many moms?
3.
How do you manage that, brother?
That's gotta be tough.
That's gotta be. Is it like
I don't even want to. That's gotta be really tough.
She making faces, so it
I would
must be.
say 2 is tough.
So you have one of his? You one of them?
My oldest. Yeah.
Okay, so she has the oldest.
Yes.
So talk to me. How is the pickup, the drop off, the birthday parties? How do you manage? Do you got them all in the group chat? Do you like how does that?
Yeah, how does that work?
The Cash App go out. Talk to me. All right, brother. So
Spill the beans.
you got 4 kids. I mean,
How do you manage all these ladies?
Unplugged.
so you like unofficial poly or something, right?
Unplugged.
Talk to me. How does it go? How does pickup go? Drop off go? How does it go?
Well, right now I'm in the process of.
Wait. Let me explain one thing.
Okay.
The oldest daughter, that's you and your wife's child. Okay, that I get. All right, great. Now the other 3, okay, 1 is from 1, 2 are from 1?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. All right.
Yes.
Now how do you deal with that? That's really what I want to know. Yeah.
How do I deal with that? It's so crazy, right? I had a old teacher of mine. Before we go into that, we're gonna segue into that. I mean, let's keep it unplugged.
Yeah.
She had asked me a question, right? And one of the questions she had asked me was, "How are you navigating?" Okay, shout out to Miss Muhammad. And I was stuck. I was like, Miss Muhammad, I don't even know how I'm navigating. But and to go into what I'm saying now is more so of I'm still haven't gotten there yet. I mean, obviously I spend time with my kids, but like right now I'm going through a lot of things with my son's mother for other reasons, if you want to go into that. But anyways, a lot of
Yeah, we want to go into that.
What you going
I
through?
would love to go into that, actually.
Unplugged.
I would love to hear that.
I think more so now is, being that I'm with my wife now, I think that my son's mother is a little jealous. Unplugged.
Okay.
I think she's a little jealous. I don't think she would admit to that, but because when I was co-parenting with my son's mother, it was the dynamics was a little similar because I always wanted to keep that family structure.
Right.
Because oftentimes when you think of co-parenting, you just think of the dropping off and picking up. But I wanted to do, the family outings and
Right,
so,
together. Sure.
So I was
Dinner together,
right,
everything. I got it.
I was kind of incorporating that.
Yeah.
I was trying to incorporate that into the mix, but unfortunately, she wasn't with that. Unplugged.
Okay.
So I'm definitely looking forward to hashing that out. But right now, it's kind of shaky. Right now.
So the shakiness is what does she do? Like you got to bring him back exactly at 3:00. If it's 3:01, she flipping out. Like
not quite, but more so of like, oh, I don't want him to be with your wife and y'all going out. If you spend time, I want you to be in PA and things in that nature.
Really, they control it like that.
It's not so much a control because I could do other things, but,
but they put those demands.
I think it's for her. I guess it's her comfort zone, and so it's more so like her trying to puppeteer the situation.
Does she got another relationship?
That I'm aware of? No, I don't know. She had a relationship, but that's the thing, right? Unplugged. When she had who she was dealing with, she had my son around, whatever like that,
right.
and had no regard of me.
Right.
But then now that I have somebody,
Right. It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's always like that. It's the man's feelings is always kind of like the last to be.
What did I tell you, husband? Nobody cares.
Nobody
what
cares.
We feel.
You know what I'm saying?
How many times do I tell you this?
So me and my wife talk about this all the time, and she's like, "Well, baby, why is it like that?" I said, "You don't understand until you are in my position.
Right.
You won't really understand." And and I'm giving her grace. I don't want to give her grace, but I'm giving her grace. It's more so because I would feel some type of way too. You got to put yourself in other people's
Sure.
position.
No.
I would, but then I also, the other aspect of it all is I will understand. Like, you know, my child, for me, as long as the child is safe,
Yeah.
fed,
Yeah.
that's
it.
shit really matters. But
Right.
to the opposite end of the spectrum, they don't feel that way.
Nah.
You know?
And I've been there firsthand from the married part. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So yeah.
I've been there when you know I have a lot of extensive experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you get remarried, you know, most Islam we get married.
Okay.
So when you get married, you've been around me, so you know how it go. When I divorced, it was like, oh, the kids need to go to the mom. Everybody
Right.
go to the mom, go to the mom.
Right.
And as a man who's involved like yourself, I didn't understand that. I'm like, what do you mean?
Right.
Like,
Why is it
like,
separation?
why is it like
Yeah.
automatically I'm the breadwinner, I got all the money, she's never worked in 13 years. Now all of a sudden everybody's like, go to the mom. It's like, wait a minute. Like,
Right.
okay, I maybe was a shitty husband, but I was an amazing father. That don't like let's separate the two.
Right. They don't know how to do that.
They don't no.
They don't know how to do that.
So what I had to learn, you have to learn to take a step back, and it's a hard thing to do. But once you do it, I learned that I didn't have to overcompensate because I did the work already, and I didn't have to oversell it. And I remember my mom telling me one day, she's like, "Listen, you don't have to oversell it. Them girls know who their father is."
Right.
And I saw that, and you know, so it you have to work. It's really like a conversation that we got to have with ourselves, you know.
But Rod, like, okay, she lives in PA or wherever she lives.
PA,
you know.
Pennsylvania. Yep.
Okay, the boy, he's with you half the week, her half the. How does that work?
Well, it used to be like that, but recently it's been a little complicated now. She's like, oh, he's always on vacation. Every time that I try to spend time with my son, it's always an issue. But before, he used to be at my house all the time. You know, but now since I've been with my wife,
and this is the thing
it's just different.
And this
Whole
is the
different
thing that a
dynamic.
lot of women gotta stop doing, bro. They gotta stop being gatekeepers to their kids.
Yeah.
When they don't get their way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Right.
you know, when a woman breaks up with a man, the first thing she wants to do, she wants to say that, look at him, I'm doing better than him. God forbid the man is doing good. God forbid he finds another woman who is loving him and supporting him. It's almost death. It's almost death.
I'm going through that right now.
And I think that we got to change that, bro. We sisters, y'all got to stop, man. Just because things change with you and him, don't stop treating that man like that.
Well, the problem is the child is suffering, right?
Right.
The child is the one missing out because your ego is getting in the way, and that's really the problem. That's the damage.
That's one of the things that I that I didn't like,
Yeah.
and it goes back to what I said about character. If she had good character, then she would know that me being in my son's life is a very great significance.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so why would you want to tarnish anything that's remotely close to that?
Because you got a wife now, bro, and she don't got a wife. I mean, she don't got a husband. Excuse me. You got a wife that's
It's evident.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but you know, you got to take it in strides, and you know, we don't break you, make you stronger.
Right.
And so when birthday parties come, when the birthdays come, do you bring all the kids together?
Well,
How does that work?
I still do that, but recently it just everything was constant until recently. This is like a recent thing, maybe like the past 6 months. The past 6 months, I would say, it's been a little shaky.
But that's when she found out you got married.
Yeah.
How did she find out? The kids?
We told her.
Okay. No, because some people find out social media.
Nah, we honest over here.
Okay.
We transparent over here. You know,
And she's nobody new. She knows.
No.
Like she's like, why you tripping?
But I think what happened is that she was on like the bandwagon of speaking down on me and the things that I wasn't doing or transitioning to do, because that's usually what it is. And being at the time, me and my older mother, we wasn't really on the best of terms and things in that nature. Because like I said, it was a 6-year gap.
Right.
6 years.
Right. A lot happens in 6 years.
I haven't spoken to her in 6 years.
Right.
So
who reached out to who first after the 6 years?
she reached out to me.
She jumped in your inbox.
Yeah, well, she texted me with the unplug with the long message of the hoobity blue blah blah, right? And I've taken that and I've said to her, I said, hey, listen, let's meet up, let's have a real conversation about this, because obviously this is affecting you, it's affecting our child, and I want us to coexist in a positive way, not in a negative way, and here we are.
Good.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Like
Really good.
that. See, and this is 101. See, brothers, look at this brother. He had a trial and tribulation. He persevered through it, and he didn't give up. And he didn't give up on his kids too, because a lot of brothers can't take the heat, and they be like, "Yo, after her, after kids, I'm done with everything." And you still fighting on with that. You know what I'm saying? One thing that my advice, I don't really give advice, is you gotta find a way where the ladies can talk.
Yeah. Find a way.
Find a way. Find a way.
What way is that?
Because she has a kid. She has a kid, and the kids are siblings. So at the end of the day, you take yourself out of it. They have children together. So you gotta have to find a way to coexist for the kids.
Yeah.
And I think when I was going through some of that stuff, that helped me a lot. Like when I'm going crazy, when I'm about to divorce every wife because I'm off the handle. It's the kids that keep you like, you know what? My daughter would say something like, "Oh, I miss my sister Mariam." I'm like, "Damn, all right, let me work." You know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep that structure together. So try to have the wives.
But that's what I was trying to do.
I said the wives. I mean, get baby mothers. You know
that's what I was trying to do, and I'm still in the transition of doing so. Of basically like, listen, I'm not saying we all got to live together and things of that nature. I mean, that may work for other parties, but for me, it's more so of like, listen, let's just let's keep it positive.
Let's be civil.
Yeah, let's be civil and let's keep it positive. Because end of the day, our children is going to benefit from it.
Absolutely.
Like I have my kids in the group chat,
right?
And we send pictures and we talk, and I said, listen, I want all y'all to advocate for yourself, and I want y'all to understand that, I'm here for y'all. So whatever it is that I need to do for y'all, let's do it. And I just try to formulate that with the mothers, but
it's rough.
It's a difficult task. I think it's just many different characters, many different personalities, and just trying to, mesh those things together. It's very hard.
Can I go left for a second?
Yeah, let's go left.
Can I go left for a second?
Go left.
All right, here we go. What is the nationality of your wife?
Dominican and Puerto Rican.
That's the problem. Let me break this down.
Okay,
Why is that a problem?
Why is that a
Let
problem?
Let me break it down.
Right,
Black
break it down.
girls have a hate. They get tight at Spanish girls. If that was a black girl, if she was
It's
a black
crazy 'cause
girl,
my son's mother is
black. If she was a black girl,
Right.
it'd be easier because they see themselves in themselves. The fact
deep.
that you went outside of the culture
Okay.
and got a Latin woman
Right. That's deep.
is a threat. You are going against the code, bro. I know. I got an arrow. I'm telling you, bro.
yeah.
They don't look at it like that.
But
They
why
don't-
is that? Well, why so though?
Because they look at you like you betrayed the race, bro.
Okay.
You a good man. You're not on drugs. You work
Right,
hard.
right.
You're not doing nonsense. You're not in no gang.
Yeah.
Here's this Latina woman
Taking my man.
taking my man.
Taking my man. That's what it is.
I'm
Taking
telling
my
you,
man.
taking
Yeah,
my
yeah.
man and it's at this state. That's why she don't want your son around you, because your son can see that. Now your son won't be like his father. So he gonna want a
he does.
Dominican. He gonna want a Latina. She don't want that. He don't want that.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
What you mean what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Ask the black woman.
What would her answer be?
Their answer would be every other culture doesn't do that. White people marry white people.
That's not true.
Hold
That's
on,
not true.
wait.
That's not true.
And statistically, no, they did. We had a big conversation. Statistically, look at CDC.
Culturally, yeah.
Culturally,
Yeah, culturally,
Indians marry Indians. Asians
Yeah.
marry Asians. Latinas marry Latinas. Blacks marry blacks. And drop. Nobody intermarries in higher than
Yeah,
they marry
yeah, yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
So, in when you have someone who goes against the grain like yourself, it not just makes her mad, but her friends and her family. Oh, he got that Spanish girl.
Yeah.
I know because I've done it. My daughter's mom was Latina. When I married her, all of the black girls was like, oh, he got that light skin Latina girl. Rashida. She was
I know,
Spanish.
I know, right.
So then after her, when I married the black girl, it was like, oh yeah, kumbaya. Everybody loved it. When I married the other black girl, it was like, oh yeah. When I married the Arab, it was like he traded on us. I swear to God, bro.
That's crazy.
He traded. He's a trader. He's nothing. How
So
dare
it was pure backlash.
Bro, I posted one picture of us. One picture. Now, you know, I always was posting my wives and stuff like that.
Right.
Black queens, black love.
Right.
People celebrated. When I posted her picture, bro,
All hell broke loose.
all hell, bro. So I'm telling you from experience why you might have some contention with her, because she is not accepting that you with for women of another race. I'm telling you.
But I'm going to tell you something. This is America. America is a multiracial society. It's not like Korea. Okay, everyone in Korea, 99% of the people in Korea are Korean.
Yeah.
So like, obviously, you're going to marry another Korean.
Right.
In America, America is a very diverse place. The chance, the possibility of you marrying outside of your race is very high. It doesn't matter if you're black. 100%.
How?
What do you mean?
All right, I don't see Asians marrying black people in droves in America.
It doesn't have to be in droves, but it's going
It
to
happens,
happen.
but it's not.
It's not a majority.
Yeah, no.
It
happens.
I'm not saying it's a majority.
Right,
But I'm
right.
saying because it happens, I don't see why there should be this backlash or
Because
whatever.
it's not accepted. When it happens, it's usually the girl wants it.
Right,
And the
right.
family goes with the girl.
But that's what we talking about, like
they're not-
culturally.
yeah,
Culturally,
they're
anything
not-
that go against the
yeah.
culture is always going to be some
Yo,
backlash.
they're not good. That's not their first option. Like, for
Right.
example, right? I have an Arab wife. She was sitting with other Arab men. It just didn't work out. Dead ass. She was sitting with other Arab men who are Palestinian from Jordan. It didn't work out. And then she chose that this is the guy I want. My man, the camera guy, he's Afghani. Afghanis don't marry other than Afghani. His nephew just went to Afghanistan to marry an Afghani. He's in America.
All right. So I know some Afghanis, and these Afghanis did not marry Afghanis.
Who they marry?
One was European, whatever, white, whatever. I don't know
white.
what. I don't know what
Yeah.
her background. Maybe she's like, I don't know, Irish or something. I have no idea.
White.
But yeah, I don't want to just
They far
blanket
in
say
between.
that,
They far-
whatever. But
Unplug,
no,
unplug,
but you get
unplug.
my point. And I know another Afghani too. He married. She was Italian. So I don't, it happens. I don't see what the big deal. Yeah, okay, maybe some people in his family were not too happy about it, but he was happy. They have kids now. They're fine.
Can you marry a black woman? Thank you. Come on, bro.
Why not?
Why not?
Probably not.
Why not?
I could, but parents.
Thank you. See, that's what I'm saying. His parents would say no.
But
Like that goes for Spanish.
but my
too.
question to you is, would you want to? Like, are you what's the word? Are
Attracted.
You, yeah, like are you open to it? Like you're not opposed to it. Or
See
anything
what
like
I'm
that?
saying? He said, of course. But he knows culturally he's going to have to answer some
Why would
questions.
you want to though?
I don't know.
Something different?
They put the poor guy on the spot.
But
He's a
honestly
young
speaking,
kid,
now
too.
that you brought that into effect, a case in point, that can possibly be it. Because honestly speaking, since we're going into this, my experiences with a black woman, which I love, my black woman.
Shout out to the black woman. We
Shout out
love
to all the
black women.
I love my black woman. Like I said, no offense to to my black woman, I do, but unfortunately, me dealing with a Latina.
Don't. I know he going to say.
Just say it. It's fine.
Unplugged.
Yeah, just say it.
Me and again, I'm not trying to separate. I'm not trying to say that.
He's about to die.
Gerard, you are too
I'm not
nice,
trying to.
bro.
I am not
Just
trying
say
to
it.
say.
Keep it real.
I am
Oh
not
my
trying to say
God.
that black women don't support their men. I'm not saying that.
No,
To
of
those
course
who
they
are
do.
watching, I'm not saying that.
Of course they do.
But there is a difference. The support that a Latina give you
He's in trouble.
it is unmatched. Okay.
You mean as a general statement?
As a general statement,
Okay.
I'm only speaking from my experiences, okay? And everything obviously is all situational. My experiences with a Latina is I've been at my lowest. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking like days where I don't know who I am.
Right.
When I was in a relationship with a black woman, I was cascaded. Like it was more so like you are nothing. If you don't have no money or you don't have no cars or you're not doing anything for that woman, you're nothing. But with a Latina, in my experience,
Right.
they will support you, okay? And help you build you up to who you once was.
Okay. In your
And I'm
experience.
speaking from my experiences
that-
with
of
the
course,
person that
of
I'm
course.
with now, okay? There are moments where and she can vouch. She's ain't like I'm lying. I said, babe, I don't have the money for this. This rough little month. I got a lot of things going on. My money tied up. She said, babe, don't worry, I got you.
You never got that from a black woman? Be honest. You got 3 other kids with three black women, right? Two black women, right?
Every time, because as a black man, we go through transitions. But I feel like with a black woman, you're not allowed to go through a transition
Why aren't you allowed to go through a transition? Why not?
because they want you to be all well put together. That's why.
All the time?
All the time. They want you to be.
Man, I know black women. Give me a break. That's what
Again, I'm not saying
I think that's
all.
just a general statement.
I'm not saying
in
all,
your experience.
but I'm quite certain. But I'm quite certain there are people who are viewers who are watching who can vouch for me and say when in certain relationships when you don't have nothing to offer, and that goes back to what I said about character. When you have nothing to offer a woman, that would dictate everything that you need to know about the woman.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's flip the role.
Yes.
Right? Let's say there's a black woman. She marries a white man. You have a problem with that?
No.
We don't care.
No.
Okay, all right.
No. For me, because I'm a universal type of.
No. Okay, fine, not you. Okay.
Me personally, look.
Do other black men have a problem with that?
No, we don't.
No,
They don't.
On the whole.
No.
But on the whole, you would say, obviously, every woman is different. Whatever,
Right, yeah.
But as a general thing, you would say black women in America do not like it when a black man marries outside of the race.
Yes. That's
Yes.
why the whole Passport Bros movement is you hear black women talking against. You don't hear Latina women talking about.
All women are against that.
Well, I don't hear white women talking about it. I don't hear.
No. They may not know about it. That's what I'm trying to say. Anytime I have brought up anything like passport boy, passport bros, passport anything,
Right.
It's basically a thing against the Western woman. Doesn't matter what color she is, what race, what background, whatever. If she's my wife's originally her parents are Pakistani. Okay. I'm not Pakistani, but I'm just saying her parents are Pakistani. She's born and raised in America. She's a Western woman in the sense, you know what I'm saying? She grew up here. She knows everything. She the culture. This is her culture. If I bring up things like that, she goes, "Why? Why aren't American women aren't good enough? These men, they're losers. They go in and they get very defensive because it's like an attack on every Western woman or every American woman that they have to go outside the country to pick them up and this and that."
But social media has told us that as well. Like
I'm hearing it.
You didn't see the video when I'm quite sure you Haz have seen it. It's the video with the I believe one of the videos the husband they was getting married or whatever, and I think one of the questions was, will you obey him or serve him, whatever have you? And she was like, we ain't talk about that. But then when you go outside your race, that's a norm. It's a normality. It's normal to submit to your husband or your man or whatever have you.
You know why? You know why? Because in African American culture, a lot of the women were raised by their mothers, and they never saw the mother submit to their father.
Right.
They always heard their mom say, get your job, get your career, get your college. Men ain't shit. Men ain't that. Be a strong black woman because of the experiences that they went through, right? So you have generational curses going down after down because they never had a father. So when you come and start talking man talk, it's offensive to them because they never had a man. Whereas if you had a Latina or white.
Anything else, right?
Yeah.
But I'll do one better for you, right? What I've seen too is, look, again, race. It's the same race. African women from Africa. Okay, I've been to Africa many times, all right, especially like West Africa. I go to Senegal, I go to all these countries. And in Senegal, I've seen women who are here who are upset that, let's say, Haz went to Senegal and married a Senegalese woman. She's black.
Why is
black.
that?
She's African. She's not African American.
Okay.
You said African.
Like born and raised.
Born and raised in America.
I'm just saying, for example.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying, okay, because he's saying like, okay, it's another race that's a problem or that they get upset or whatever. They get upset even if, I've seen this as well, they've gotten upset. Why did he go? And what I'm trying to say is it's not so much just the race thing. I think it's also, these American women or these Western women are not, up to par.
They get upset because ultimately it is not them. That's just what it is.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They didn't choose. They upset because
I don't think it's a race.
Them.
Exactly.
Right.
What I'm trying to say, it's not a race thing.
Right. Okay.
Because I've seen black men from America go to Senegal and marry a Senegalese wife born and raised in Senegal. They still have a problem with that.
Who's they?
The American women, whether they're black, whatever they are.
No. What the significance with race is what he was talking about the acceptance.
I get what he's trying to say.
So that's what I'm saying.
But I'm
Right,
saying it's
right.
more than that. And he just said it.
Okay, all right,
it's
okay.
not them.
So your case in point is more than that in terms of what?
No, what I'm trying to say is, look, it's not just about race. It's,
okay.
What I'm trying to say is, you have basically denied the American woman, whether she's black, white, Chinese, Asian, whatever she is. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, okay, there's a black woman who's born and raised in America. She's upset. I'm just saying, take for example, Haz. Haz goes to Senegal, marries a woman who's born and raised in Senegal.
Yeah.
Okay? She's Senegalese. Never been to America.
Right.
Still has a problem with that.
But it's no. They will still have a problem, but the problem amplifies if it's of another race.
Fine,
we
fine,
can't.
fine,
That's
fine.
what I'm saying. Like
Okay,
race is very
You can't
important.
negate from
It's very important.
I'm not trying to say it's not.
I know,
not
right.
that. I'm trying to say it's
But the
more
fact
than
still
that.
remains.
Yeah,
The fact still
Right.
remains.
The fact still remains.
Don't think it's just race.
Right.
It has nothing to do with just being race.
Let me give you an example.
But it always go back to that,
You
though.
always go back. Let me give you an example. And this is what I mean by race is very important.
Yeah.
How that woman accepts it is on the race.
That is
When
true.
you go outside of your race, why do you think football players and basketball players get scrutinized by black women? Because they get white women. And they don't say, oh, they're good women. They're American. I'm American. But they don't like the fact that successful men sometimes go to white women because of the race. Because slavery was real, right? The Great Depression was real, right? Black Wall Street was real. So the black woman feels entitled to us because they said, we've been by y'all.
Right.
Through the great crack era, through the drug era, through the this, through that, through the AIDS epidemic. We've been by you. And you going to go and get a Latina?
Right.
After what we did for
Right,
you,
right,
That's
right,
where
right.
race comes in, and every culture has that. African women, Senegalese women feel that way too. My brother married a Senegalese woman. If my brother wanted to get married tomorrow to another Senegalese woman, it's easier to digest it because the Senegalese woman that he married has a certain stature.
Right,
So she's
right.
like, okay, we Senegalese, so she behind. If he go and get a Latina woman, or when he tried to get
he'll be
something else,
crucified.
oh my, I was there.
Yeah.
It was like it was like you, because the difference, the balance.
Right.
And he wanted something different. He wanted an African American woman who can give him some this and have different conversations. Because it's a disconnect. Black African women, they don't like movies. They don't like the Western culture. They don't have what we have.
Right.
It's like you probably have different things, different food, and so they
way
see
different.
that.
Like soul food is like a new thing. It's
Yeah,
just like, what
it's
is that?
Come on, like I'm married. We eat hummus and bacalao. And
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
So
Right.
what I'm saying is, they see that and it bothers them to the core. I'm telling you. But he's saying it's right too. It's a woman. They're gonna be mad at anybody you want to be
Right.
with, but
Because it's not them. That's why I said go back to what I
I
said.
agree
Yeah.
with that.
But
That's what I'm trying to. That's my point.
But the race part, the racial part of it all is definitely a thing because even with her family, I feel so accepted more
Okay.
in the Latino, and it's unfortunate because not saying that I don't have family that I love me and other but
Was she raised by her father? Was your father present?
Yeah, but it wasn't like the perfect.
No, but he was
but
present.
he was present.
Nothing's
He was
perfect.
present. He was present.
Nothing's perfect.
My mom is not like a submissive woman. She's a hardworking single mother.
Right.
Like my mom taught me, you have to hustle. You got to get your money. You can't depend on a man.
Right.
Like men are not it. Like for my mom.
Right.
So I get the whole culture thing because even when we reconnected, it was based on race and culture. I told him, oh, because I'm the Latina baby mama, I don't get any.
That was part of the argument.
That your black baby mothers get.
Yep.
Because he was actively, constantly there for all three kids.
But not as
I
much as
felt
I was
like my
worth.
daughter was just like thrown to the side. And it's been an issue.
So you felt he was giving more to the black children
And
than
he has. Honestly, he has. I know he's been there. Like, he has stepped up for them. Both of them. That's why it shocks me when the second one is so mad. Because I'm like, he's been there for all these years consistently. With me, it's always been an in and out thing. From the beginning of time.
And I'm glad you said it because even to this day, right? My wife, who's Arab, she has that. She makes sure my daughter, who's biracial, gets exactly what her sister gets. And it's honest. She's just like, can marry him? Because she knows that I'm black.
Right.
So she knows that it might be unconsciously, we might lean more towards our black children.
Because it's what we know.
Exactly. So I hear what you're saying, and it's important that you have a biracial child. So that's a you have to really balance that. Yeah, man. Race is important, bro. Race is important, man.
But like I said, like it
Well, look.
you try to escape that.
Look. You
right?
could
But
try.
it always
I got you.
circumnavigates
And
right
it brings
back
you
to that.
right back.
Right.
I get that point. But look, she made a point too. Your current wife made a point too. She's not black.
Right.
She didn't have a strong male role model, whatever. But you're still saying she's submissive. So what is that?
It's her culture,
Character.
bro. her culture.
Right. Well,
She saw submissive women growing up. Maybe her mom wasn't, but maybe her auntie. Or
My auntie's definitely.
right, she saw it. Our women don't have those examples.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like she saw it, so it was easy for her to tap back into that lane because when she gets a good man, why the family accept you because you provided. Like other cultures, like for example, right? My family who is Arab, right? My in-laws, when they know that their sisters provided for, protected for. That's all they care. Thank you, brother. One time the guy can kiss my hands like, how you doing? I'm like, oh, it's culture, it's respect. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing something that they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
our family.
Look, I kiss Hassan all the time.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't get it. I just
our community is what have you done for me lately?
Yeah,
If you don't buy them new Jordans and you bought 7 other pair, you didn't get the new ones, so you might,
Right,
looking at you
right,
funny.
right,
So
right.
unfortunately, some people, not all black people, but a lot of us have that in us. That's why I say, when you got that, you finding ease with your Latino wife because she brings a different.
She brings peace. Peace.
He said it. I didn't say it.
Unplugged. I think it's the peaceful factor of it all.
yeah, that's
With a
huge.
black woman, it was turmoil. It was constant arguments, especially with my my youngest two. It was like a constant battle. And I don't know why it was always
I mean,
like
look,
that.
you're going off of your own personal experiences.
that's the only thing I could go off of.
I'm going to just, I want to defend the black women. I'm going to tell you, I know plenty of black women. I'm going to defend them. I know plenty.
We're not throwing the black.
No,
Right.
You're a little
This is
bit.
no
You're a
shade to
little
the black
bit.
woman.
You guys are a little bit.
It's all
all right.
preference, it's all
It's all right.
situational.
It's all right.
Right,
You
right.
are a little bit. But
You are a little bit.
But I'm just going to say,
Yeah, well, a little
I
bit.
think there's plenty that are very supportive. There's plenty that do right by
Absolutely.
their man. Even if their man's not doing the right thing, they still stick with him. They still doing a lot. I've seen that too in my own life. So, I mean, I don't want to say as a blanket what you're saying is correct. I understand from your experience, but hey, we can agree to disagree on that one. All right. Well, I think we had a really good show, entertaining,
Absolutely.
exciting. We'd love to have Gerard back on.
Absolutely,
I love black
And his
women.
wife.
Yeah.
I love black
I
women.
didn't say
I
you
love
did
black
it.
women.
I didn't
I love
say you
Latino
did either.
women.
Oh,
I love
my
Asian women. I love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love
yes.
all women,
Yes,
okay?
yes, disclaimer.
But I appreciate you, bro, for
Yeah,
coming
of
through.
course.
I appreciate you
we
for
gotta
having
do it
me.
again,
Thank you
man.
so much for coming.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
Good
it.
luck on your endeavors with your entrepreneurship, fatherhood,
that.
and wife, and marriage, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right.